Okay, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order of the Board of County Road Commissioners of the County of Kalamazoo for our November 4th, 3 p.m. meeting. The first item for business is the public comment guidelines. Ms. Ryder, please.
This meeting is being provided under Act 267 of the Public Acts of 1976 as amended, or commonly referred to as the Open Meetings Act. During public comment, participants will have the opportunity to address the board at the beginning of the meeting and at the end of the meeting for non-agenda items. Public comments should be provided at the podium in order to ensure proper audio. Public comments, statements, or questions shall be limited to not more than 3 minutes for each person addressing the board. To provide public comment by Zoom, use the raise hand feature in the Zoom application. The host will ask you to unmute. For telephone audio, use star 9. Use star 6 to toggle back and forth between mute and unmute. As you participate in the meeting, your microphone will be placed on mute. The chat feature shall only be used to address any technical issues for public participation.
Thank you. Please rise if you're able to join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The goal of the Board of County Road Commissioners of the County of Kalamazoo is using our expertise, energy, and funds to provide the safest and most convenient road system possible and to contribute to the economic development and high quality of life throughout the county. Our goal is to maintain a county road system that is safe and convenient for public travel and to manage the roadside environment with a view towards preservation. The first item on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. Motion would be in order.
So moved, Thompson.
A second, Kennedy.
We have a motion by Commissioner Thompson with support to approve the agenda as presented. Is there any discussion amongst the audience here in the building about the agenda or online? Hearing none, commissioners, any discussion amongst commissioners? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the agenda, say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. Motion carries. Next is the approval of the minutes of the October 21st, 2025 board meeting. A motion would be in order.
So moved.
Support.
We have a motion by Commissioner Kennedy with support to approve the October 21st board meeting minutes. Is there any discussion about the board meeting minutes, additions, deletions, or corrections from the audience here in the building or online or amongst commissioners? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the minutes of the October 21st meeting say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. Next is the approval of the payroll and vendor accounts. Payroll of $193,276.03 and vendor accounts payable of $882,055.99. A motion would be in order.
So moved, Thompson.
Support, Kennedy.
We have a motion by Commissioner Thompson with support to approve the payroll and vendor accounts as presented. Is there any discussion amongst the payroll and vendor accounts amongst the audience here in the building or online or amongst commissioners? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the payroll and vendor accounts say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. Next is the first opportunity for public comment on non-agenda items. This is an opportunity for the public to speak to the Board of Road Commissioners about non-agenda items and items not found on the agenda. Is there anybody who would like to speak here in the building or online? Here, Commissioner Gisler.
Thank you, Chair.
Is that on?
I'm John Gisler. I'm a county commissioner, and I don't have any county things to bring to your attention. I see my colleague in crime, Wendy Mazur's back there. Wendy, if you have something to say, I'm not going to talk about anything having to do with the county. I am going to talk about my second Monday group that meets monthly. We meet over at Mark's Diner at 8:30 in the morning, and next Monday our speaker will be a guy that has been an integral part of the county operation for some time, but most people don't know who he is or what he does. And it's going to be Matt Henson, our Director of Equalization. And equalization affects us all in a big, big way, and this will be a chance to find out what's going on when our taxes are equalized, so to speak. So Matt Henson, Equalization, next Monday, 8:30 at Mark's Diner on Romance Road. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Gisler. Thank you for bringing those kind of opportunities to the public to learn about what's going on in county government. Much appreciated. Is there any other public comment on non-agenda items? Seeing no one online. Anything else? We will move on to new business. There will be another opportunity for public comment on non-agenda items later in the meeting. All right, new business. The first item of new business is item A, the request approval of the 2026 Health, Dental, Life, and Short-Term Disability Insurance Plans renewal. Managing Director.
All right, let's start off with a little background. So our 2025 health insurance, we currently have three health insurance plan options. The Blue Care Network HMO 2000, the Blue Care Network HMO 5000. Both of those are supported by a health reimbursement arrangement, also known as an HRA. And then also we have the Blue Routine Care Plan, which is not supported by an HRA and has a very high deductible. This third plan, we currently don't have any employees enrolled in it. So RCKC has provided the Blue Care Network HMO coverage since 2016, and we've also used the HRA since 2011, both to help reduce our employees' deductibles and ensure deductible exposure over time. The HRA is administered by Accusure. This arrangement enables RCKC to reimburse employees and or healthcare providers for eligible out-of-the-pocket expenses, effectively bringing the gap between high deductible health plans to moderate deductible levels. While the HRA helps lower premium costs, RCKC assumes the financial responsibility for reimbursement expenses up to the out-of-pocket plan maximum. So moving on to healthcare for 2026. So in recent years, the Blue Care Network HMO plans with the HRA have provided the best overall value for our employees. Accusure reviewed the alternative options and presented a renewal quote. For the existing plans, the increase and decreases I'll share here below. So Blue Care Network HMO 2000, total cost decreased by 1.37%, so that's impressive in today's world. Premiums down 3.9%, and the HRA increased 17.94%. Which seems a little bit significant, but then when you move on to the Blue Care Network HMO 5000 plan, the total cost did increase by 1.39%, so a very small increase. Premiums were up 3.09%, but the HRA decreased 12.94%, so we're really pretty much even with where we were in 2025. And also, just to share with our boards, our employees have the flexibility to choose the plan option they desire. So, in 2025, we had three options. Nobody used the third option, so we went to just the two in 2026. All right, so moving on to Public Act 152. Annually, the board also must determine if the hard cap or the 80-20 provision will be executed in compliance with Public Act 152. This action is for all employees and cannot be separated between plan designs and or employee units. The board reserves the right to review options in the best interest of RCKC at a minimum annually. So the hard cap option, the state just recently increased the 2026 hard cap by 2.9%. It really has not kept up with the cost of health care. And if it was approved, the employee monthly share would range between $257 and $770. That's based on a single two-person or family plan per month. The 80/20 option, if the board selected that provision, would have a monthly range of $154 to $512, based on, again, single two-person or family option. So historically, the board has selected the 80/20 plan. That's what we have currently in 2025, and that's also what we're recommending to continue for 2026. All right, moving on to dental insurance. So the 2026 MetLife dental insurance plan reflects a 28.82% increase. Again, sounds significant, but let me get to the details. And that's compared to 2025. The adjustment is primarily due to an enhancement in our annual maximum benefit. So the annual maximum benefit in 2025 was $1,000 per employee on the plan, or per person on the plan for the employee. The updated dental insurance would increase that from $1,000 to $2,000, and really just aligning it with today's cost. We really haven't had an increase since 2010. But with all that said, the increase would only be for the family plan. So the single and two-person wouldn't be an increase in premium to go to the $2,000. But for the family plan, it would be a $25 per month increase for those that are on the family plan, which, based on where we're at today in 2025, with our employees that are on the family plan, would be an increase of $5,100 for our dental total for the year. All right, moving on to life and short-term disability. There's not a lot to say there. There just are no increases, so it's status quo. As far as budget, in 2025, we budget $1.44 million for health, dental, and short-term disability, along with our life insurance for our 59 employees. Currently, we've expended $630,000 of that, so we're significantly under budget. And in 2024, for the entire year, we expended $857,000. So we haven't hit that $1 million, but we just put that in there as a safety net simply because the Road Commission supports the HRA. There could be a significant cost, so we try to plan for that. And as far as Acrissure's administrative fees, those total about $7,400 a year to have them administer the program. And then our HRA payments that we've made this year are just shy of $100,000. So with that, we recommend the board approve the two employee medical health insurance plan options for the 2026 plan year, both the Blue Care Network HMO Plan 2000 with Public Act 152 80/20 cost share election, along with the Blue Care Network HMO 5000 with the PA 152 80/20 cost share election. We also recommend the board approve the continuation of the MetLife dental, life, and short-term disability insurance plan. That would be effective January 1st, 2026, including we would need to update our dental policy to reflect that $125 a month versus the current $100 a month. And you have a copy of that redline policy, I believe, in your packet. So with that, I'll take any questions. And also, our HR director, Debbie Hill, is here in case we need her assistance.
First, let's get a. Hold on, wait. We can go ahead and do a motion to approve.
Motion to approve, Davis.
Is there support?
Support.
And now we'll get into discussion. We have a motion by Commissioner Davis with support. Is there any discussion about this plan by the audience here in the building or online? Yeah. Well, I'll save my comments for me. Anybody public comment? Okay, commissioners. Any comments from commissioners? Questions?
So,
Commissioner Kennedy.
thank you, Chair. So I noticed that you have the short-term disability. Um, do we not have, we don't have long-term disability in this, okay, and then the did I read correctly, the out-of-pocket expenses? Let's see. I'm sorry, I had it and then I moved. Okay, I think I'm all set on the out-of-pocket expenses. And then the one that has the major increase is the dental, which is going to increase by 28%,
Right.
which is $25 extra a month. Did I hear
Per
that?
employee that is on the family plan.
Okay,
So if you're a single or two person, there is no increase. But the benefit increase is 100% for a 28% increase in premium for the family plan.
so when you say, I just have one more. I understand that it's just keeping up with the times, basically, but it goes from 1,000. This is staying on the dental. The 1,000 to $2,000 to better align with today's dental costs. Do we know what that means?
That simply
What's
means
changing in the
today, if you
plans?
want, to have a procedure done like a root canal, it costs significantly more than it did back in 2010.
So for the preventative, would that also incorporate any kind of preventive?
That's all included, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Other commissioner comments? Yes, my comment is just I want to build roads. This is not my forte. I'm also going through this at work myself, so kudos to the team for putting this all together. I know it's a lot of work and it's not our wheelhouse, but thank you all for doing the good work you do. Yes, Commissioner Kennedy.
Commissioner
Oh.
Kissler also.
Oh, Commissioner Gissler, you had a comment?
I have a question. How many employees does this include? And does it include you guys, the commissioners?
So it does not include the road commissioners. So we do not belong to this plan. And this for the number of participants.
It's approximately 59 currently.
Depending on how many people actually want to take over and that sort of thing.
Right.
HR director.
Good afternoon, Deb Hill, the HR Director here at the Road Commission. I also did want to mention that this year that has been quoted for 2026, we have actually seen a premium savings because we are now quoted as a large group for all, gosh, I don't know how many years. I haven't gone that far back. We stopped at 2010. We have been quoted as a small group, which reduced the availability of carriers and kind of kept us in a smaller bucket, if you will. So we're actually going to receive a decrease in our premium. It offsets a little bit with our HRA, which is based on actual utilization. They're going to have a 2-year look back period. So for the 2026 plan, to keep the same benefit level, we are actually at an even level. So I just wanted to make note of that we were quoted at a large group, and going forward, that's going to be favorable for the Road Commission
Wonderful.
and the employees.
Very good. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Any
Thank you.
follow-up, commissioners? Thank you very much. All right. If no further discussion, all in favor of adopting this? Gosh, let me see. We approve the 2 employee medical health insurance plans for the 2026 plan year. Also to approve the continuation of MetLife as the provider of dental, life, and short-term disability plans for employees effective January 1st, 2026, including the updated dental policy as presented. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. Very good. Thank you. Glad to get through that. Yes, Commissioner Davis.
Motion for the change in policy associated with the
Dental plan, the dental policy.
I guess we can. I mean, it's all in the same.
Yep.
is that
recommendation,
such that it's all encompassing for that? Okay, thank you.
And I put it in including the updated dental policy
Thank you.
as presented. So we'll go forward with that, and if we need to come back to it, we will.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, that'll take us to item B, request to approve the bid 2025-14 winter maintenance services, managing director.
All right, if the board recalls, this is actually our second winter maintenance bid for this season. The board did approve ELC Leasing Corporation at our first award back at our October 7th board meeting. With that, we also were soliciting bids for our contracted services at an hourly rate, and we did not receive any bids. So after review with some of our local contractors that typically do bid the hourly rate, the feedback was if we could postpone the start date till December 1st, potentially they could be available. So we advertised another bid. In doing so, we did receive two bids. One from West Trucking LLC, and then also from K&H Tree Service. Both for $95 an hour for K&H and $93.75 for West Trucking. We are recommending to the board to award to West Trucking, which is really just one operator, for the hourly rate for the contractor. Michael West, the owner, has actually worked for the Road Commission as a contractor in the past. He's also been an employee of the Road Commission, so we know him well and appreciate his performance and his positive work. So, but with that being said, we also had a bidder for another neighborhood or another plat area that we advertised, and that was the Westwood area in Kalamazoo Township. We take a lot of calls from that area, and we've had very good luck with our contracted services that do this type of work for us because it's expedited, right? They can go on the day the storm stops and clean up while we're still working on our primary road system. So it really pushes that level of service in those larger areas. So Apex Outdoor Solutions, who also bid at our previous 2025 winter maintenance bid, and we did not award to them. It's a new vendor for us. They bid again for this Westwood neighborhood. We have reviewed their references, evaluated their equipment, made sure they understood our insurance requirements. We feel they're pretty capable of doing the work for us. So we're recommending the board also award Apex Outdoor Solutions for the Westwood area in Kalamazoo Township. So with all that, we are recommending the board award the winter maintenance bid number 2025-14 to West Trucking LLC at the hourly rate per operator, and to Apex Outdoor Solutions for a contract operator in a plat with the option to extend annually for up to 3 one-year terms by mutual agreement of both parties.
Okay, a motion would be in order.
Motion to approve, Davis.
Is there support?
Support, Thompson.
All right, we have a motion with support by Commissioner Davis to approve the bid 2025-14 winter maintenance services. Is there any discussion amongst the audience here in the building about this bid? Or online? Any questions, comments? None. Commissioners, questions, comments?
So the,
Commissioner Kennedy.
thank you, Chair. The West Trucking LLC, is that 1 year? I noticed the other one is it's 3 years broken up by what each year, correct? I know I'm saying that incorrect.
Right. So the award is for both contractors,
Right.
and it's a 1-year bid award, and there's an option to extend each individual year up to 3 extensions by mutual agreement of both parties.
Both parties. Okay. Thank you.
So it could be up to 4 years total.
Okay.
Other commissioner comments? All right. All in favor of approving item B, the bid number 2025-14 winter maintenance services, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. That'll take us to item C, request to rescind the previous and approve the revised Oshtemo Township local road contract. Managing Director.
All right. I believe this is the last of the local road contracts for the year. This is the last one we're rescinding. So Really, all this is removing Penny Lane from the original local road contract with Ashtabula Township. That was a rubber chip seal trial, again, that we did do here in 2025. So we're just simply just removing that project and updating the contract accordingly. With that, we recommend the board approve the updated, the revised local road contract with Ashtabula Township with the chair's signature.
Very good. A motion would be in order.
So move Thompson.
We have a motion by Commissioner Thompson with support to approve rescind and the previous and approve the revised Ashtabula Township local road contract. Is there any discussion amongst the audience here in the building or online? I see Supervisor Bell is here. Any comments?
Thank you, Chair. No comment.
Thank you. Commissioners, any comments? Questions? Hearing none. All in favor of rescinding the previous and approving the revised Ashtabula Township local road contract, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. All right, very good. That concludes new business. That brings us now to our second opportunity for public comment on non-agenda items, and I believe Supervisor Vanderroost has a few comments. Welcome, Jerry.
I've been putting a packet together regarding the new funding and the rest of it. I'm on edition 4. And Thursday I'll be on edition 5. I'm learning more every day, and things are changing. So bear with me, and if you share more information with me, if I'm wrong or anything, let me know.
I'll be sure to share with you. The supervisor of trustee.
The intent is the neighborhood road funding. There's 148 legislators. None of us know what was going through their head or what they were deciding or how they felt divided. But they did say that they wanted to be neighborhood. And so I ask you to think about what you think a neighborhood road is. I guess I'm more thinking as a plight where people's houses and the rest of them. But anyway, the legislature, in its wisdom, decided that this should be called, and it's their name, Neighborhood Road Fund. So we'll be into the decision of deciding what is it. Is that secondary roads? Is that local roads? Oh, the rest of that. Loss of revenue, the townships don't receive any money as fast as you do or anything else. We have many hurdles that we have to go through. We have truth in assessing, truth in equalization, and the Headley Amendment. My one mill that I have for the constitutional has been limited by Headley, and right now I get 96 cents per thousand taxable value. That comes out to my township of $120,000. I do get a little more extra for uncapping. So if somebody sells a house, they uncap it, and also new construction. So, but to me, the CPI and what Michigan had determined what the increase was, inflation was 3.1%, and so nobody's property tax in Charleston who didn't get uncapped in that was 3.1. That is the percentage. Statutory revenue, we're going to get a 6.3% reduction. I know it's going to be 46 in this budget, in this fiscal year, but the whole year, because they're complete, they estimated that we'll lose villages, cities, townships will lose $93 million, which adds up to 6 point. So that is less money for me to work on any projects or anything else. I got a hole in my pocket, and I'm going to lose 6%. Statutory money, we've been for 2 decades trying to get under statutory revenue sharing. There's only 18 townships that were getting that money. Last year, every township got a very small amount, but this year they cut it out, left it flat, so we had no receipt. We're glad that they didn't just take it all out together. that we got a base, and hopefully someday we'll get back into the statutory revenue sharing. But we had about a 40 million reduction. I recently saw the governor's announcements to small villages and cities for road repairs. Over 39 units of government got over $900,000. None of it was for Calhoun or Kalamazoo County, but every year there is. I've seen my Galesburg, I've seen the other ones receive grants and the rest of that. I've been in township government for over 55 years. 55 years. And this will be the first time that I've ever received any grants or special money, or anything except for the power fund money. And the rest of it. For 55 years, I've never got a special project say, hey, here's 40,000 for you extra this year. The road commission received a big bonus back in 2015 of $1.2 billion. There was no reason, it was just money that they decided to give. That money was phased into you through a 4-year process starting in 2017 and ended in 2021. But you've, in your policy and your money, you've seen it. I have seen it. Loss of power funds. The rate of the power funds have gone up like 6.9 in 4 years. So if you divide that right per year, it comes out to about 1.7% per year. That isn't even the rate of inflation. There's no way has the power fund kept up with the rate of inflation. I'm going to calculate this week what it should be for Detroit for 4 years to see what the rate of inflation should have been. Also, at the same time, the cost of contractors have gone up, and so our bids we received because of the cost of the products and the companies that are bidding their job. So, my budget is $458,000. I do 64 different services for my citizens. It isn't just roads. I got election there with 12 election workers working today and everything, and the cost, the ballots, and everything else. So this is a big thing. Not every township is in the same position. This year, my township, I did a 2-year project for North 38th Street. And so I'm already committed for this next year to put 2 more inches on my North 38th and 9/10 of a mile. That project was $473,000. That's for us, road commission, and everything. But that project for 9/10 of a mile was $473,000. 3 months ago, we decided to buy a fire truck for $750,000. $750,000 truck. And that's cheap. Most of them are going. Somehow we're lucky enough to get it. But I see this money, I see it, and then I'm trying to see how I'm going to match it. I got 6.3% less, and this is the second year I get rejected. My revenue share was too high, and I had to take 1,000. Now I got to take another 6.3. But where am I going to find the money? I don't know if I got a chart, but I'll read it off to you. Some concerns that I have, and a chart that I had put together. This is it. I'll tell you to explain it out there. Township contribution. The townships in the year 2022, 23, and 24, not count 25, which is in the process. The townships, the 15 townships of this county, contributed $18,845,267. Again, almost $19 million was given from the township, from their budget. If we had taken the allocation that we got our money and say we're just going to match it dollar for dollar, and we weren't going to put any extra in, and the minimum you would have got is $6.7 million. $6,700,000. If you add up the 4 years of 22, 23. So this township, the townships are getting over $12 million what you have given in for the park money. I believe that the park fire money should go up 8.1% this year. I think it should go back. I know you thought there was going to be a cut, and there wasn't. So we got no increase last year. but it ended up with the state's final figure was 3.1, and there's no reason why we couldn't go back because you didn't get the cut you thought. And then I'm looking at about 5% this year with all the tariffs and stuff, and food, beef, everything else up there, an estimate. So somewhere around 0.1, which would be $2,518,730. Total revenue for this county road commission for over the last for 3 years, I count 25, adds up to 11.7% increase. It started out at 35,821,000, is now over 40,017,000 dollars. The revenue projected, and I heard from the Kalamazoo Bank Ambulance director that he thought there would be a 30% increase to the county, not to think out for your share in that. And for that county, and for my county, if they're going to get 30%, it appears that you might get $12 million more in the package, the deal for that, which is good. Again, the increase, we had no increase last year. We hope something different. The major concern in the road bill is the states that there be matching money, or no matching money. But my director of the Michigan Township said that she was concerned that there's going to be an article in here from her, and she says that even though it says in the bill that your policy as a road association would take precedent maybe over what they have once the money's given. I'm not sure. And I'm researching it and everything, but at this point she says that the county could require a match for the money that we're getting, which we hope, and I hope, is not true. I would like to see us get money with no strings attached and be able to put projects together. With this $12 million, it's going to be up to the county, and I wonder what we're going to be doing with revising CPI, your 5-year plan. With that additional money, a lot of road projects are going to change, timing is going to change, the amount of projects are going to do. So it's important for us to see where you're going to be going, what you think you're going to use the money for. It appears in the internet and the rest of it that you get $500,000 and then $100,000, and then the rest of your distribution on based on miles and that. I also asked you how you work. I know as board of director at MTA, last meeting we had many discussions. We talked about taking away another election, only having 2 instead of 3 and the rest of it. And there was a lot of disagreement and a lot of things in that. I wonder how your association handles if they agree on something with the county be a part of that, or can you go on your own, or what will be your options of following whatever your November 11th meeting is? I guess that's what we're looking for. What your county association, road association is going to be asking and what it is. We know that road contractor prices have gone up a large amount. It's taking less bids and are less competitive. We're concerned about what's going to happen. You throw all this money at one time, contractors don't have to scramble or cut it as close to their bottom line when there's a lot of money. So we're worried about the letting. The first letting is going to be important, and we are in a hole right now. My board doesn't have no money. If it did, we would at our November meeting start to see what the money is. Work Mr. Ward to figure out what we can do, what roads, and the rest of it. And then come back and see if our budget, where the money's going to come, and then you have a deadline of March 15th. We meet after that, so our last day is February. So what a scramble this is going to be once we find out what we're going to get, what our advantage is. But it's so important that that first levy is going to be important to get as much as we can, to get the best price we can get, and that's what we're all looking for. We'll do as much as we can. Also, I asked Mark and will these contractors be ready? We got 3 major ones, Reef Friday, Blow, and Lakeland, and that. Will they be ready? Will they have enough people to handle the volume that we're going to have? And we're not the only one. The county is going to be, the state of Michigan is going to get money. the rest of them. So we're all going to be scrambling.
Jerry.
Some of the questions that are running through my head and I go through is what will happen with the urban money that's in our department? Will that be considered a neighborhood road? Or will we treat them any different or anything else? I have one, not even sure what it is, but I received a little bit, about $1,200 for an urban road in there.
Jerry, if I can have you wrap up in about 1 minute.
Okay, I got rough half that. We have the funds of what will be used in this fiscal year. Can the funds be used retained by the county road commission? Are these funds to be carried over? Some policies they don't allow to cover, like their COVID money was not allowed to cover. Does a contract? Do we have to have a contract for these new roads if we carry it over? If some township doesn't use it, are we going to have the same formula where it'll be split and divided up if it is to stay? Can the money be used for gravel roads? Every one of my gravel roads are in red. But do I want to use my money for that? No. People are not going to see it and think, okay, where did it all go? And then they won't see it 2 days after it's down, the difference if it rains or anything. Issue is also the cost recovery of the bill which last year was 8.68. That's awful high. I hope that company used to be down by 7 or something, and that takes away from money that we could use in the rest of that. I think that in future years, there are issues that we look at is paved roads, paved to a balance between paved roads and gravel, and the usage of local roads versus flat roads. I think Pavilion Township may have the best answer, but they don't do any paved roads, and the people pay special assessments. So, and it isn't just a glorified driveway. I got Streetside, Sandwood, Pine Hill, and then all they do is take it to your house. You know, and it might be the time to start looking at a policy of us sitting down together. Some of my thoughts, I'm going to have more on that, but I appreciate the opportunity. What I'm here for is I'd like to see us the most we can get. This is a one-time for us, probably. And we want to take advantage of it. And we're just out for the most buck we can get. So, thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Vanderoos. Yep, we'll take all that into consideration. Of course, we're waiting for the big MDOT meeting and all that good stuff. So we'll be looking forward to working with you. We value your input. We'll be taking into consideration. We have a big work session with our road commissioners coming up next month, and heavy topic of discussion will be this new road funding. So, of course, we got our first, the 2015 road package was the first one since, I believe, Governor Engler was governor. So this is our second one, and we're happy to go forward. We're in a good spot, I think. So we'll see what happens. But we'll take all those things into consideration and definitely going to do this the most fairest way possible. Thank you. All right. Any other public comment on non-agenda items? And if you got more materials to share with us, Supervisor, make sure you share them with Travis and staff, and I'll make sure the other commissioners all get a copy of it as well. So, good. All right. Any other public comment on non-agenda items? Seeing none, we will go into Managing Director's time. Managing Director.
All right, a few things today. First of all, we have some road maintenance operators here in the audience, so I'd like to introduce them real quick. I'm going to skip the first one because we got something special there. So, RJ Evans, if you could raise your hand, RJ. Adam Wood, Dan Clark, and Joe Ricks. That's all of you, right? Yeah. Okay. So, welcome. All right, so sitting in the front row, we have our third apprentice that is now transitioned into a road maintenance operator. So we are thrilled to announce that Karen Garrison, RTA, has officially completed his apprenticeship program as of October 21st, 2025, and has been promoted to the road maintenance operator job classification 3. This is an incredible achievement not only for Kieran, but for the entire team. The Roadway Technician Apprentice, also known as the RTA program, is a collaborative initiative developed by RCKC, Teamsters Local 214, and the U.S. Department of Labor. As part of his promotion, Kieran will receive a certificate of recognition from the U.S. Department of Labor To reach this milestone, Karen has completed over 4,300 hours of training, including earning his commercial driver's license. And RCKC has invested over $134,000 in his development, covering wages, in-house training, external education resources. We also want to extend appreciation to those who supported Karen throughout the program. So first of all, a big thank you to Joe Ricks, his mentor. Thank you, Joe. And also Joe Peck and Tony Allen, who are the two road maintenance superintendents that oversee the program. So thank you again, Karen, your dedication and hard work, and congratulations with a well-deserved achievement. So I do have a certificate. All right, a couple more items, just real quick. It's like housekeeping stuff. So our next board meeting, we do not have much for the agenda. We may have a winter maintenance presentation, since it's winter maintenance season coming up. So our team is working on putting something together there. We also are potentially going into closed session. This is for the purpose of discussing our labor negotiations. So we've been working and negotiating a new CBA. Our current CBA expires December 31st. So there is a tentative agreement out there. It's been ratified by the union side, and we need to take it to our board for discussion. So potentially that will be on our next board agenda again for closed session. Couple other items coming up. We have the Michigan Township Association banquet at the Fountains. That's this Thursday at 6 p.m. We also have the South West District Council meeting. That's at Allegan County Road Commission, and that's next week, November 10th. And last but not least, project-wise, there's one significant project out there that we finally are going to say is open to the public, and that's Q Avenue from 29th to 34th Street. So paper marking went down today. Barricades are being pulled and the road is open. So great job to the team and the contractor. So that's all I have, unless there's questions for me.
Questions for the managing director? Commissioners? Oh, Supervisor Sorensen. Ooh.
Gotcha. Okay.
Thank you. Very good.
Do you know where they're holding that?
It's going to be on Douglas Avenue at the ballpark, where the drive or something of that nature, right by where I think it's IHS.
Gotcha. I have the email also. I can share it too.
Yeah.
It's a good landmark.
Yes, you can go. You'd like to go? Yes, absolutely. That project has been on and off for decades. So yes, good. Glad to see. Thank you, Supervisor Sorensen, for bringing that information. Any other questions or comments for this managing director from commissioners? Hearing none, we'll get into commissioners' time and committee reports. Commissioner Kennedy.
So thank you for your report. And Superintendent from Charleston Township.
Supervisor. Yep.
What's his name?
Jerry Vanderbroost.
Thank you, Supervisor Vanderroost. I didn't see your report. Hopefully I'll get a copy of it so I can look it over.
I'll get it to you.
So thank you very much for that. And then I always remind everyone that I am a veteran of the United States Army, and next week being Veterans Day on Tuesday, there are some events that are available within the county for our veterans. So if you have a neighbor or someone who's a veteran or an employee, I would ask you to take them to one or some of these events. One of them is the breakfast. Every year, the Air Zoo has a breakfast free for veterans. It's at 8:30, and it'd be helpful if you call them I believe the Zhang Center is taking the reservations. That way they know how much food to lay out. The other event is at 2 p.m. at the Michigan National Guard Armory. That's where we will be presenting an award to the Kalamazoo County Veteran of the Year, which is our chairperson, Kelly Cody. And that address is 5353 Parkview Avenue. And there's one more event. I just got the address for it, sorry. The ceremony at the VFW Post 5855 at 11 a.m. That's at the church by the library, there on Sprinkle Road. And then I also wanted to share that the county is doing a green light, Operation Green Light for veterans. So every year, the state of Michigan and it's actually a national effort that they put out a green light or some kind of film in front of a white light that lets veterans know that that is someplace that they can go for resources or to get information. Any one of us can give information and send them to where they need to go, etc. So this is a county effort, and it's called Operation Green Light for Veterans. And I'm just going to read some of it, not all of it. Kalamazoo County will illuminate several county buildings in green from November 4th as part of Operation Green Light for Veterans. It is a national initiative by the National Association of Counties to show support for veterans and raise awareness about available services and benefits. So just look out for that initiative, and if you can participate in that initiative, that's great. And that's all I have to report. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Kennedy. That'll take us to Commissioner Davis.
Thank you. Congratulations. I don't know if that comes with an indentured servitude part of the contract to keep you around, but I really appreciate all the work you put into that. Other than that, I have no other comments to make.
Thank you, Commissioner Davis. All right. And Commissioner Thompson.
Same thing. Thank you for all the hard work that all of you do for this road commission. I was able to make Waukesha's meeting last night, the first one. Thank you, Jason. It was very enlightening. Look forward to representing them in the future, and that's all I have.
Thank you, Commissioner Thompson. I will echo the words of my fellow commissioners on the apprenticeship. I also want to thank the journeyman who took the time to train the apprentice. We know that without that couldn't happen. So thank you so much for that. Back to Supervisor Vanderroost's comments. We will take those into consideration. We're still waiting to hear what the details are. I without, and don't want to overpromise or promise something we can't deliver, so we don't want to say anything. But I think our intent with the neighborhood fund is that it would be for local roads without a match. So I think that's our intent, and as long as the state and our permits it, I think that's the route we will go. But again, a caveat that without promising anything until we know more details. But we'll look forward to hopefully rolling those details out in the next few weeks, if not a couple of months. Just a reminder to my fellow road commissioners, managing director evaluations are due. If you can get those into our HR director, that would be swell. Here I would start putting like the next 30 days, try to get that done. So the November 6th event at the Fountains, I'm looking forward to it. I think all four of us commissioners plus our managing director will be there. I look forward to it. It's always a great event, and I'm looking forward to it as well. I will not be at the next meeting 2 weeks from now, so Vice Chair Stayhauer will be running the meeting. So if there's no other business, a motion to adjourn would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Of those opposed, motion carries. Thank you. We are adjourned.
I gotta go look at Allegan now.